Hi, thanks for joining me today. Just wanted to spend 5 minutes telling you about my 2-year-old Honda Rebel CMX1100 DCT. I really love this bike, and just from the point of view, I have taken so many pictures over the last 2 years. It really, for me, looks like what a bike should look like, and I love the blacked out looks. Its second huge thing about this bike is it is so easy to drive. With the DCT, low seat height, the mid pegs are really, the riding position suits me perfectly, and the minute I test drove this bike I thought I've got to have this. It is so easy to drive. When going out for a little drive around the Scottish mountains, through Perthshire and beyond, it is my number one choice. The VFR and the Honda XADV, lovely bikes, but this year the Honda Rebel has been the one that I've gone to most for my enjoyment. I think the Honda Rebel is actually very suitable for the types of roads that I'm driving on. Usually mountain roads or country roads, and the traction control has saved me a few times. There's always mud on the roads, there's always something round the next corner. I am confident in the brakes. The traction control has, and in here, you can see this little wobble at the back. Traction control kicks in and keeps me safe. Perthshire roads are not great condition. I was a bit worried about the suspension when I first got the bike, especially the rear end. You do get some hard hits on potholes and things like that, but in the main it is actually a comfortable bike and is coping with the rough Scottish roads really well. The fit and finish of the bike has been excellent. After a good clean, it comes up in showroom condition. There are a few nooks and crannies where the dirt gets stuck, and it is quite difficult in places to clean, but I much prefer the blacked out looks than trying to clean chrome. I'm not a huge fan of chrome. I have fitted a few accessories to the bike. Hand guards, really is a must in Scotland. The bike had heated grips on it already by the dealer. I've put new foot pegs on. I think they are a little bit more sturdy and bigger than the originals, and I think I find them very comfortable. I've put a guard on the headlight just to give it some protection, and I've also put grip puppies on the grips, which actually have made a huge improvement to the feel of the bike. The dial and the switchgear I find quite natural to use, having only had Hondas for a number of years now, and it's all very clear, but you do get a bit of glare on the round screen when you get the sunshine over your shoulder. The one thing which detracts a little bit from the bike for me is the modes. I find them a bit of a gimmick. I have the bike set into user mode, and that's the only one I ever use. So I have it full power, full traction control, engine braking at the second setting, and the DCT at the second setting. The main reason is when I get on a bike, I want it to perform exactly the same every time. A couple of times I've gone into the wrong mode or a different mode, and when I first got the bike I actually thought it was broken when it was in sports mode, and I was bunny hopping down the high street. In rain mode it actually feels like the bike is broken. There's no power, there's nothing there. It's I just want the bike to be consistent so that I can then drive consistently, and it's up to me to sort of deal with the conditions and what the road looks like. With the settings that I use, I think the bike is actually a great pairing between the engine and the DCT. The DCT, being the latest iteration, is extremely smooth, very intelligent, and it makes the bike a real pleasure to drive. The acceleration of the bike is super, and the sensation of speed, being a naked bike, really does suit the kinds of drives that I do through the countryside. So going around corners, you're blasting out the corners. You're never really getting that fast, but 60 mile an hour does actually feel quite fast. Well, that's all I have to say today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll catch you next time. Bye now.